When we started to go after Greg's dream of being a professional longboarder, life changed a lot. You're out with your father, you're just out there having fun. Like, nothing really beats that, like, chasing after the same dream. And I think that's the best part about it, for sure. This is Mike Paprosky. He's my father. He does downhill skateboarding along with street luge.
This is Greg Paprosky. He's from Golden, Colorado. He's a downhill skateboarder.
Downhill longboarding is basically going down the hill as fast as you can.
Street luge is very similar to longboarding, except you lay down. Greg still is the youngest to have competed at the Pikes Peak downhill race here in Colorado Springs.
The fastest I've gone to date is 70 miles an hour, but that's about it.
2011, my ex and I were going through a divorce. It was a big adjustment for Greg. He was lashing out physically and having problems in school. I needed to try to motivate him, get him on the right track. I told him, if you get your stuff together in school, we can go after any dream you want to.
I decided I wanted to pursue longboarding because it put me in the zone and made me forget about all the negative things that were happening in my life at the time.
So I bought him a leather suit for Christmas that year, and our first year on the scene, we traveled to Canada, New York, Washington, California. We were at the Ohio Gravity Games. We rode the free bus to within 5 miles of the event, and then we lugged all of our luggage down there. It started raining on us. We had a 2-man tent, that's all we had. And as we were cuddled up in that tent with all our gear and everything, Gregory said to me, he goes, "Dad, you never told me the dream was gonna be easy." And it was at that point I knew this kid's got it, he understands, like, he gets it.
Just being able to be at the very lowest with my father and the very highest, we know that we can tough out anything together and that we can make it.
I've seen Greg grow a lot since we started skateboarding. A lot of people look at something and think, oh, you can't do that. Greg looks at it and says, how am I gonna do that?
因为像画家都是拿了画笔，像我们拿着这个焊枪也跟画笔一样。
跟那个艺术一样嘛，自己只有尽心尽意啊。
This is Yu Ji Lin, and this is his son, Yu Ling Yun. Together, they create incredible sculptures out of scrap metal.
我这个时间是在那个2010年的时候，自己就回来自己开始创业，也是两伙子在一起啊，一起摸索啊，一起研究啊。
This father-son duo got their start making models of Transformers.
因为它这个变形金刚，它是说汽车变形的，肯定就是要用汽车的元素，用汽车的材料才会体现出汽车的那种元素出来。
第一个模型差不多将近有1个半月吧，做第一个模型不是很大，有2.2米。
我做的模型的时候，最高的有达到15米。
The father and son went on to expand the business beyond just Transformers and began building their own designs.
全部都是我们自己凭自己的想象力去创造出来的。因为它每一个零件，它本身也是一个艺术品，像我们把这很多个小的艺术品把它结合起来，成为一个大的一个艺术品。
就是两个人在一起，做事的话，可能在父子之间的沟通和感情方面呢，肯定会有一定的好处。
在各方面吧。可能都对我的期望都很高，他就希望我 把这个做得更好。
反正有儿子他们帮手的话，我也觉得也挺开心吧。这一下我始终想把他培养出来，能超过我吧，能胜过我吧。
Todo el que empieza a aprender a manejar, lo primero que le gusta es correr.
Prefiero comprar un carburador que comprar comida para la casa.
En otros países tú dices, no, carreras ilegales en Cuba y todo el mundo piensa que es un Porsche, un Lamborghini, un GTR. Aquí se corre con carros desde el año 30. Mi papá es uno de los más reconocidos en las carreras ilegales.
Lore, su hijo, viene siguiendo sus pasos y lo trae adentro en la sangre. En el año 62 se pararon las carreras de carro en Cuba. Gracias a lo que es los clubes, más o menos, hemos ido haciendo actividades competitivas, todo pidiendo permiso al gobierno, a la policía. Hablar de carrera en Cuba y no mencionar a Piti, no sabe nada que es carrera.
Ya llevo más de 16 años con mi carro. Desgraciadamente, desde el 2006 tuve un golpe fuerte que me dio la vida, que me diagnosticaron cáncer. Aunque me sintiera mal, decía que me llevaran a las carreras para yo verlas, y veía las carreras y me sentía bien. Y me decía, Piti, no puede ser que se te quiten los dolores. Y yo decía, sí, bro, si de esto yo me muero.
Yo soy estudiante de medicina, pero me gustan los carros, tengo dos pasiones, tratar de graduarme y ser médico y también correr carro y seguir la tradición que es de mi papá. Aquí tenemos mi carro, que es el que me regaló mi papá por los 15, le están haciendo una modificación. ¿Qué están haciendo?
Piti, una de las cosas que le dijo que si para aprender a correr hay que aprender a arreglar el carro. Siempre imaginé que iba a coger ingeniería mecánica. ¿Por qué la medicina?
Porque yo quisiera ser el médico en el futuro de ellos y poderlos curar a ellos. Las dos cosas se relacionan porque la medicina tienes que picar y arreglar, coser, como mismo haces con los motores.
¿Y piensas tú que después que te hagas médico tendrás tiempo de llevar las dos cosas?
Siempre habrá tiempo.
Seguro que el día.
Claro.
These little custard tarts, these eggy, sugary treats, are everywhere in Portugal. Here, here, and here. Some say the pastéis de Belém is the original pastéis de nata, or custard tart. In this little factory, through this kitchen, there's a recipe that has been kept top secret for almost 200 years.
Oh, not this one, guys. I can't get in here, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm Miguel Clarinha and I'm part of the management of Pastéis de Belém. This special recipe you will only find here at this shop. We sell an average of about 20,000 tarts a day. In the summer, maybe around 40,000 cakes. A lot of cakes.
Pastéis de Belém, as they call them here, are simple tarts really. Egg yolk, milk, some flour, sugar. But it's how they make them, in complete secrecy, that makes these tarts a national treasure.
We have 6 people knowing the recipe. In the family, my father, my cousin, and myself, Miguel Clarinha. The 3 chefs, which is Vitor Domingos, Eliseu Ramiro, and Carlos Martins.
The recipe is so secret, all the bakers sign non-disclosure agreements to keep the timeless tarts a true mystery.
Pastéis de Belém is one of the earliest recipes, at least here in Lisbon. We know that the recipe was invented in the monastery of Jerónimos in the early 19th century. This one.
Once they have the recipe, the chefs, now sworn to secrecy, are given keys to this door.
They work inside the factory in a separate room that we call the Oficina do Segredo in Portuguese. It's like the secret shop or secret room. They have to work in a separate room because the process can only be seen by them. Till today we haven't found anyone that explained the recipe as it is. If it happened, well, we probably would have to lock him up in the basement and throw away the key. No, just kidding.
Okay, secret keeper. What's the best way to eat one of these custard tarts?
Usually I like it simple, but that's just me. Most people like with a little bit of cinnamon on top. This is the hard part of the job.
Yeah, this is super hard. I don't know how you do it.
If people could understand that this is akin to the scariest thing you've ever done, then they'll start to understand why we're so addicted to it. When I put the goggles on, the first thing I'm doing is trying to calm down. It totally puts you inside the drone. You just forget where you are. I'm Conrad Miller, also known as Ferrati, and I'm a drone racer. I started in September 2014, and that was like the ground floor. Of all the activities I've partaken in, motorcycles and flying drones are on the same level in terms of intensity. It's cool when you have a hobby and you can do it and you love it, but when you can share it with your kids, I mean, that's just, that's just like what it's all about, I think. Okay, so props are good. Flying and racing with Sorrel has just been a pure joy. He's a good kid, and he's a talented kid. And I think it comes easy to any kid like that because they don't feel the pressure that adults do. Good landing.
Coming in hot.
This is harder than anything else I've done. And it's because when your nerves go, your fine motor skills go. Kids don't care, they're just having fun. And they just learn much faster. The course in LA is at the Hawthorne Mall, which is abandoned. It's been abandoned since the 80s, I believe. And it looks like a place where you would go if there was a zombie apocalypse. When I go into races, I feel like I put a lot of pressure on myself to win. I want all of my practice and all of my time flying to show for something. I was flying fine, I wasn't nervous, but I was just a little too high and crashed.
You almost hit the ceiling, you're like,
Everybody is just working really hard to be the best at it. And it's just gonna get tougher and tougher. I take that 180 good.
Yeah, you did.
Flying with Sorrel now, it kind of gives me an opportunity to look at it from a different perspective because I can coach him. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Go for it. He's aware enough to know that he gets to do these things that most kids don't get to do. He's flying a drone, which is this groundbreaking thing.
Dang it! We hit each other.
You hit me! What are you talking about, we hit each other? As parents, we don't always feel like we do enough. I brought him into drone racing and he knows he's lucky and he knows he's fortunate. Yeah, kiddo, you're going pretty quick. And he's grateful for everything that he gets.